दर्शकों नमस्कार। Medical astrology. Medical astrology deals with the disease of the body. Sixth house is of diseases. Eighth house of longevity. 12th house is of hospitalization. So, what does Venus represent? Venus represents beauty. Beauty. If Venus is good in your kundli, in a good state, and dasha is running, then you can do Venus rituals and have a good skin. But if Rahu is in first house or sixth house, then and condition is that Rahu is not in a good state, in a negative state, then it may give you incurable skin disease. Mars, dasha is running, Rahu's dasha is running, then the planets are more active. Mars, if afflicted or in a negative state, along with dasha running, then it can give you blood related problems and skin problems. Blood related means high BP or other accidental problems, because it is in Kalpurush Kundli, it belongs to first house and eighth house of accidents, longevity, and negatively placed. Then, if moon is in first house, sun is in seventh house, Mars or Saturn place in either in second house or in 12th house. What can it give? It can give a prolonged chronic skin disease. It can give you skin disease, and it is also a combination of leprosy also. You may have leprosy too. So, be aware of your planetary position, their condition, and dasha running. There are many other combinations, such as if your sun is in Lagna, you can be very beautiful. But what other thing? The negative side of it, you can be barred along with the passage of time. Means scanty hair, and if you don't care for them, you can become barred. Sun gives baldness. Though Sun is a very positive planet. It is a planet of optimism. It gives you optimistic view of life. See, let us see this way. Sun is rising. You see the rising sun. And I hope nobody will dislike rising sun. People go to observe the beauty of rising sun near rivers, near lakes, in nature, near sea, beach. So when sun is rising and your birth is between 5 to 7, means you'll be having your sun in the lagna. What will happen here? It will give you tremendous beauty. Be- like the rising sun, and gradually your beauty will increase. As the sun advances, it gradually becomes hot. So when sun in the horoscope is in first house, you are generally born between 5 to 7 in the morning, depending on the zones, part of the area of the world, because generally sunrise time is this. And you are beautiful. You have a magnetic personality. You can mesmerize a person because in Kalpurush Kundli, there is a Martian quality. Mars. Lord, first house Lord is Mars. And if sun comes there, it will be exalted. First thing, it is getting exalted. It itself is a planet of courage and heat, light, and enlightenment. And mixed with the energy of Mars means becomes more confident. So, whenever sun, you have the sun in the first house, you will always be confident like sun. We are deriving the quality from sun. You will be confident, very confident. But if Mars too comes here along with sun, then you are egoistic, but you may become more egoistic. If alone sun is there, you are egoistic, but along with Mars, you will get more egoistic here. You will have a high ego. Why? Because you are a king. You are a king here. And king king governs the public like sun. When sun rises, it selflessly it selflessly gives its light to the whole world, is never partial. So, like this, sun is never partial. And whenever you have sun in your lagna, along with the magnetic beauty and magnetic aura, you are never partial. You are very spiritual because sun here is Atma, self realization. You know what you are. Sun knows why he has come, why daily he comes to the world. He knows his purpose of life. So, never miss without fail. He is dutiful and disciplined. On time, he comes every day and scatters his light all over the world. Similarly, whenever the sun is in first house, its light is scattered all over the world. Magnetic aura, a person with a sun in Lagna, whenever enters a society or enters the group of people or enters the house, the atmosphere becomes lively as the sun rays. The houses where sun rays don't penetrate properly, that house becomes gloomy because of the scarcity of sun rays. Similarly, sun sun has is his own brightness, and all the other planets takes light from the sun. Similarly, the personality having sun in the first house has his own light of Atma. He is an enlightened person. He or she is an enlightened person. He knows his purpose of life, why he has come to this world, and set a goal in his life and for its accomplishment selflessly. He will work for it. Similarly, the sun spreads its light, its heat, its enlightenment to the whole universe. Sun is a significator of Atma. So, the person whose sun is in first house will definitely his or her Atma will be enlightened. If it is in first house, it is in very good position, it is at the top, exalted, it is in exaltation. Sun gives life to the jiva. What is jiva? Jiva is, we are jiva, human beings. Similarly, in the universe, jiva is Brahaspati also. Jeev Karak, Brahaspati, Jupiter, which represents our greenery, trees, plants. Who gives them life? Only sun. So, like this, sun is also connected with Jupiter. Jiva means one who has a good sun and also good Jupiter is a divine blessing. Why? Because for greenery, for plants, for trees, sun is a divine blessing because they flourish because of sun. And if there is no sun, no life is possible. So such a person who has sun and Jupiter aspect, or Jupiter is placed with sun, can make temples. Jupiter in Sagittarius Rashi. Jupiter in Sagittarius Rashi represents temples. So, when Sun and Jupiter are together, means Sun power is with the Jiva. And what is Sun? Sun is Atma. And Jupiter is temple. And Jupiter is Brahman. So, Jupiter is Brahman. So, and Jupiter and Sun's Atma plus temple means such a person will have sattvic qualities, will be sattvic, rajoguni, characters, gunas like a king, because sun is a king. He rules the universe. Similarly, sun in the first house rules the country, the profession, wherever first of all, he will rule the place in the house where he is living. He will act like a son. He will not be dependent on anyone. He will have a very good, very good learning. He will have good learning, good knowledge, bringing from the past life. Means he is a learned person. And when he goes to school, he is at the top of the students. Good learning. He will have good learning. In the house too, he will be treated like a son. He will demand good food. He will eat good food. He will have good taste. He will wear branded clothes. He will get it. Whether or not he is born in which family? Generally, he is born in a royal family. If he is not born even if he is not born in a royal family, even then he will get all the facilities like a person living in a royal family out of all children. He will be the loved one. He will be loved most. He will be preferred most. He will wear branded clothes. He will eat good food because he is king and gets all the people. He, if he is in school, all the students will follow him because he has a leadership quality by birth. He is a born leader. All the leaders, suppose if in school we do prayers and we do exercises, then you will see the person who is having son in the first house will be asked to monitor the students. He can be the monitor of the class. He will rule the class. Students will follow him. He can guide them. He is a very good guide and very good soul. When he finishes his studies, he will be having a good profession, maybe a government profession. When son is in first house, government will favor him. He can become, if he is not working in a government office, then what will he do? His profile will be attached to government. He'll be on the high post. He can be a minister. He can be a politician, big politician. His speech will be like a lion. Whenever you will see him giving some lectures or speech, his speech will bear weight. Whatever he will say, people will listen to him. People will follow to him. He can gather a crowd. If he's in crowd, if he's in an office, if he's in an event, all the people, all the gathering, he will attract. He has a very good speech. So he is a learned, good speech, a bit egoistic because he is a king. Everybody follows him. He is a disciplined person. Government favors him. He can go to civil services, government services, even he can go to spiritual side. He can become a guru if his Jupiter is exalted in his own house, or own house exalted, or Jupiter is in good, also in good condition, or having Jupiter's aspect. If you will observe, if a person, Sun and Jupiter are together, he can become a spiritual guru. Will be have, because Sun is a soul, and soul got attached to wisdom, buddhi, atma, atma plus wisdom. So can be a very big guru or a spiritualist, follower of religion. He will, like Lord Rama, he will follow Naitikta. Whenever he do any work, he will always keep in mind that his working, his working is with Naitikta, like Lord Rama. He will or she will obeys, rather I will say respect elders, his parents. Though with father his relations are not so good, but he will respect them. He will respect his parents. Because you know the story of Saturn and Sun, enemy to each other. But father is father. He is a follower of dharma. He is a sun. Sun, if it is in Leo sign, it is very good. It is lord of Trikon sign in Kalpurush Kundli. It is uh, dharma. It follows dharma. Means such a person will be following dharma and a jnani of shastras. Will be following shastras. Will be learned and knowing occult science, एस्ट्रोलॉजी. उसको खुद से ज्ञान होगा एस्ट्रोलॉजी का. देयर इज मच मोर टू से अबाउट सन. If seventh lord comes to first house, it becomes a love marriage. It's a public ruler. So friends, today is my birthday and guests have come. So there is so much to say about sun in first house. I will continue in the next video. Thank you for listening me so patiently. So that's all for today.